Hi, this is Franz Cantor, cartoonist, illustrator, and toon talker. I'm here with
Jim Bridges, and I'm the president of the Australian Cartoon Museum.
Okay, so Jim, this is obviously an antique, much loved little how to draw book from Mick Armstrong.
Well,
Can you tell me a little bit about this?
It was done during the Second World War, and it's quite a novelty because you just get to draw all the bad guys.
Yeah.
And he invented this system. He set up a correspondence school called the Simple Simon Way.
Yeah.
So
Shorthand.
that's the back page,
Right.
and we turn it to the front page, which is a bit
Damaged. Yeah.
And because it was done during the war and paper was so
Rare
and all that sort of stuff, all the paper's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But it's the Simple Simon shorthand system of drawing.
And you'll see what the Simple Simon
Yeah.
is.
So
This is the Simple Simon, folks.
yeah, just
It's a
the
C-shaped arc drawn with a brush. So it
and
goes
he-
from thin to thick to thin.
and of course he puts it together as A, B, C. This is the Simple Simon shorthand alphabet, which is a bit.
Yeah.
I
So
think he's pushing a certain substance uphill with this, don't you?
well, he's stylized. He's got these stylized faces, caricatures, which he's designed, and he's designed them with this particular way of using a brush. These
Yeah.
brush strokes. So if you go back to
because
here,
using the brush was very
Essentially-
popular in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s,
yeah,
and it fell out of because of new technology, new drawing equipment coming in.
yeah. So so these are this
So
is his
drawn the whole
vocabulary.
figure here with these. Yeah.
I don't like this method, but I would say that even the great Mick Armstrong would have trouble remembering what was the W again,
That's
what was
right.
the V again.
That's right.
I don't understand, but it's just using these this brush stroke, the curved, thin brush stroke with ink to go over your pencil work. And sort of get a stylized, symbolic caricature.
He's come up with a theory of teaching to suit his style of drawing. It's as simple as that.
Before we get into the faces,
Yeah. Okay.
just go into this. This is probably his school system is based on this grid, which we'll go into in a minute. Okay, so you can see the grid has got some kind of reference to the placement of eyes,
in the middle.
both horizontal and vertical, the placement of the nose and the placement of the hair, and of course the ears. So this is an oval. When I teach drawing, I tell people, please don't draw ovals for faces, because it's something that you're not going to get a lot of structure with. You're not going to be able to learn the perspective of a face, and you won't be able to get a good result, because the face is based on the cranium. The head is based on the construction of the cranium, which is a ball, and then the features are draped off the ball itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so get back to this.
So
This
he's
is Hermann Goering.
yeah.
So there's a little bit of a verbiage of Hermann Goering. There's one of his cartoons here, only small. This should be bigger. And the idea, it's a kind of a clumsy way of drawing using this grid system of placing elements inside the grid. So the idea is, well, look where I'm placing these brush strokes in the grid. You do that right over here. So down on this, here we go, down on this stroke here. How you would find that on this blank piece is you'd count the number of grids down. How many down, how many spaces down, how many across. That's where the brush stroke starts and ends. Okay, so this is basically what he's telling you to do. Not just to understand the construction of a head. He's not about that. Not to understand how to analyze and distort a face for caricature. He's not about that.
No.
He's teaching you how to draw Mick Armstrong's signature brush strokes to get this signature Mick Armstrong face of Hermann Goering.
I mean, it looks very simple, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's not very long-term.
We'll get into some, in the end of the book I'll explain something where he says you can use this to do other faces.
Yeah.
But he's basically teaching you how to do his signature.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing,
Yeah.
rather than drawing.
Draw the McArmstrong way.
Well, draw exactly like Mick Armstrong. Not just draw the way, but exactly like Mick Armstrong. So here's Churchill. I wonder how many
And really, to
kids would have
use
done this.
a brush, you'd have to be pretty good.
Well, the different ways of using a brush. A lot of people keep their hand off the page.
I know, but
some
to start
people
off
like
drawing,
myself
for kids to start off drawing
use the
using
little
a brush.
finger as a balance.
Yeah, but using a brush would have been difficult.
Yeah. Oh, it would have been foreign to them because they
That's
grew
right.
up using pencils and then,
that's right.
and
That's
then
right.
you know, ink pens,
Yeah.
dip pens. This is the 1940s. I grew up in the 1960s. We were using inkwells with not Indian ink but Pelican ink
Yeah.
in the inkwells because Indian ink dried out and went all crusty.
Yeah.
And you couldn't dip.
Well, that's at school.
You couldn't dip the pigtails into the inkwell.
But the professionals used Indian ink,
Yeah.
and the blackest ink they could find.
Yeah.
And there's
Basically
result.
charcoal
He's not a bad guy. He's a good
with
guy.
oil. Yeah. Well, these are all protagonists.
And
of
see
the
where
war.
his mouth is? It's right in the centre. Whereas generally the eyes are here because he just does that.
Well, he wants these
Yeah.
jowls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a tiny bit of I don't know.
It doesn't-
bit
it doesn't
that doesn't
match up.
line
It
up
doesn't match
exactly.
up,
You can't.
no.
It's not used for a turnaround.
No.
This is used to do this particular signature drawing
Yeah.
of Mick Armstrong's Roosevelt from the side,
Yeah.
and this one from the front. Okay. And of course, I'm not showing the right-hand side, but there it is, the saying. Well,
And this is
copy
with
it
this,
over
this
onto
is
the
the
right.
side, the side elevation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Musso, which is Mussolini, of course. I don't know what the bandage is for bandage.
Oh, because I
Get
think
it.
he cut himself shaving once, and it was photographed, and so they just kept it up.
Oh, okay.
And they always drew him as 6 o'clock
Yeah, Il
shadow.
Duce, Il Danse,
Yeah, he was a big sook.
Big Sook.
Yeah.
Well, he's Italian, he's emotional. Hitler, very unemotional. There's a beautiful cartoon of Hitler. New fronts. Hitler's new fronts. His multiple stomachs.
I didn't like the way he drew Hitler. Never did. He's left off that part of the hair and that.
Yeah. Well, this
But
is
I mean,
the early
this
days.
is
and he had it
shorthand.
about
Yeah, but
shade.
this is shorthand. Like people used to do a bit like that and a bit like that, and a couple of eyes, and everybody knew who it was.
So he's teaching you to do shorthand,
Yeah.
the Mick Armstrong way, shorthand drawings.
And now we move over to
Stalin, for
the
some
right
reason
wing,
they've
the right
switched
side
it
of the
around.
page. The
Yeah.
right side of the page.
I don't know why that.
And Stalin is just this nice bloke.
But you can see all the signature shapes.
Yeah.
You know, what's this shape here? Well, you go back to, if you want to know the name of it, not even Mick Armstrong could identify it probably, but it would be what letter would that correspond to? An E, maybe? Part of an E.
I don't think it works.
See, there you go.
I don't
There, you heard it here, folks. Scandal! It doesn't work. You can't learn to draw with this book. You're not meant to learn to draw with this book. You're
And of
meant
course,
to draw
this-
Mick Armstrong's signature brushstrokes.
This is an old method of using someone's name to do a caricature of them.
Yeah.
It's Tojo, so it's perfect for his nose and his glasses because he was known for the horn ring glasses.
Yeah.
And so you just follow this sort of thing and you can't go wrong. And it's a great party trick.
Yeah. Well, this
And
is
of
the
course-
most popular page because it's got the pencil on it.
Yeah, and also here's a Churchill's lit cigar about to go into the mouth of Tojo
Right.
because it's wartime and all this
Yeah.
stuff is acceptable.
Yeah. So don't bother reading that. It's racist
Yeah.
stuff.
And that's Laval. He was
Laval.
the puppet for the Germans in France in the Vichy government.
Mm.
Australians didn't know much about him,
No.
and here he is, see, with the strutting of the Hitler walk and
The salute.
yeah. And there's
Oh,
just
somebody had a go. Look.
yeah.
So the idea
And they're
behind
just
this.
very simple.
What happened there?
Well, he left.
nose
He
missing.
obviously left the nose out so you could put your own
Improvise.
nose on it.
Which they have.
Some
Someone
very
else.
simple Simon.
Simple Simon faces
No,
to copy.
some very simple Simon faces to copy.
Yeah. So, but you can only use this to do this.
Yeah.
You can't use this vocabulary, visual vocabulary,
Yeah.
to draw anything else.
And
Why has he got a London Bobby? We don't know.
Well, because it was Australia in the 40s.
Okay. So we had.
And I'm
Bobbies
not
there.
sure. I know. But I don't. We might have had. I think the Australian police force might have copied the English thing.
Right.
Because I mean that's obviously English, isn't it? That's an I mean he's a digger, but that's obviously English. That's English.
That's English. That's English.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, I don't know.
And
Okay.
these
Look at
aren't
the
exactly
lovely
what you
Charlie
call
Chaplin.
caricatures, but they're just simple drawings.
Yeah. Billy Hughes.
Yeah.
English.
John
Ross
Curtin,
Lauren
Prime
Hardy.
Minister.
Yeah. Montgomery.
Yeah.
Douglas MacArthur.
Yeah.
Without the sunglasses.
Yes, and the cornpipe.
Yeah. Dwight Eisenhower.
Yeah. And here's this terrible paper that they use.
Yeah.
How
so
it captures.
yellow
this.
quite
I mean,
well.
it's just so simple. I think it's one of the simplest things we've ever seen in any cartoon book.
Yeah. So look at the normal face. Ooh, very Abby normal. Very unhappy.
Well, none of them look like Bert Newton.
No. Yeah, but I don't know. There's an exercise in drawing a lot of people do where you try to come up with faces and
I think it
things
was more of an
inside
exercise to
circles.
get a book out to make money, don't you?
Well, I hope he made money out of it. I
Well, he
think
did-
most people
he
would
did-
look at it, would scratch their heads and say, "I don't want to draw Hitler."
Well, it's interesting that the kids did draw those things, you know, and that he thought there was a market for it, you know. But that was the war, and it was a different world then.
Well, if you
One
can
and
find
six.
it, it's put up by Argus, and it's 1 and 6, 1 shilling and 6 pence.
And the Argus closed its doors, I think, 1952. Yeah.
So learn Armstrong's how to draw
'em.
the shorthand way.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll see you next time.
All right. See you
Okay.
later.
Bye bye.